Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Board YouTube channel for our second episode of the new year. And on this show, we go through NBA free picks every weekday morning right here on the Board YouTube channel, the Hammers NBA content division, 9:45 or so a.m. Eastern time. And we have a pretty nice slate for today. So definitely some picks on the way for you guys. 3 free picks on the way for everybody to tail. We have a straight player prop, then we have 2 SGPs involved for today. We have 2 of them at DraftKings, 1 of them at BetMGM. And then we also have a surprise for the Wednesday slate here, a potential bonus big SGP for the viewers to tail here. So if we get 50 likes while we're live, we will give out that big SGP on the stream today. We also give it out in the YouTube shorts later. But for the people who watch this show live, if we get the support, then we will provide it as well over here. So again, 50 plus likes there. Smash the like button to get the play and to support the show. And subscribe for daily content on the weekdays right here again on the Board YouTube channel. So 3 picks, as I mentioned, that we're ready to go through right away. And let's get started. First of all, we are going to the Heat and the Lakers game. And this is the straight player prop that we have on Anthony Davis to go under 29.5 points. That's plus 100 odds. The second play that we have here is Pascal Siakam under 25.5 points and Ja Morant 20 plus points as the Raptors take on the Grizzlies. That's minus 115 at DraftKings. And the final play that we're going to mention here, as I fix my graphics, the final play that we have here for you guys is in the Bulls and the Knicks game. We are going with a Jalen Brunson SGP here, and we have Jalen Brunson under 27.5 points and over 4.5 assists. That is plus 100 at BetMGM. We've done this a lot for the games against the Bulls, but we'll get to that one shortly. Let's get into the handicaps of the first 3 plays that we have here. First of all, Pips, we go to you for the reason why we're taking Anthony Davis under 29.5 against the Heat.
Yeah, this is kind of very inflated line for Anthony Davis. Lately, he had some easy matchups lately, and he scored a bunch, and then his line just keep going up, keep going up, keep going up, and now he's playing against the best defense for the bigs. So he is playing against the Miami Heat, who allows the least points to opposing centers, and can you just show the play types?
Oh, for AD?
Yes.
Oh, I'm wrong. Yes, here it is. Okay, I'm having a connection issue. Here we go. There we go. My bad.
Okay, so
here it is.
As you can see here in the play types, AD scores the most of his points via free throws. So 6.2 points out of his average is 20%, and Miami Heat allow the 4th least free throw attempts per game. Next is post ups. Miami Heat will double team any post ups from AD, so he won't be able to get there. They'll send bodies inside like they do with Embiid and with any big scoring guy. And third way he scores the most points is via pick and roll man. The Miami Heat is above average here, but have in mind that Adebayo missed so many games, and with Adebayo in, all these numbers looks better, even better. So yeah, this is a very difficult matchup for AD. Also, he scores like 9% of his points via transition. Miami is great transition defense. They are a great isolation defense. So like almost every way AD scores his points, he now faces a very, very difficult matchup. And if you take a look at the points allowed to opposing centers, they are ranked the best. So they are number 1 defensive centers. They are allowing by far the least points. And they will have a difficult matchup here. So even if you take a look at the guys like, for example, Embiid against Adebayo, last 5 games, Embiid stayed under 29.5 against Bam. He scored 21, 27, 22, 6, and 29. So average like 21, 22 points against Bam Adebayo, and he is like scoring 30 this season and last season. he was scoring like 30 plus with almost closed eyes and never got over against Bam Adebayo. So yeah, I just think this is a very difficult matchup for AD. Also, earlier this season, yeah, he got injured in the second half, but in the first half against the Heat, against Bam Adebayo, he scored 9 points. So he was on pace for under 20 points and now getting 29 and a half. Just a huge, huge line here. Even if you take a look at on the season, last 30 games with 25 or more minutes, he's under this line in 20 out of the last 30. And last couple of overs were like he scored over against Pacers, against Dallas, against Spurs. That's like the worst defensive teams in the league. And 32 against the Knicks without Mitchell Robinson. Yeah, they're just inflated lines with some good schedule for AD.
Okay, so there we have it on the first play. Let's go to that second play where we had Pascal Siakam under on his points and Ja Morant over on his points. Siakam at 25 and a half, Ja Morant at 20 plus.
Yeah, I mean, Siakam struggles. At least he did struggle so far this season with teams that have size and that defend paint well. And this is like prime example that he has. If he wants to score one on one, good luck against Jaren Jackson Jr. Very difficult matchup to score one on one. And if Jaren Jackson is not on him, he will be helping on his drives. He'll helping on his side. Last game against the Cavs, he scored 5 threes. That's not the Pascal Siakam we all know. And also, I mean, when every shot you take goes in, you get a bit more aggressive. RJ and quickly, I think, were in huge foul trouble in the first half. So he had an additional bump with usage with those guys out. And now against Memphis, their defense starting to be great. And they are not allowing points inside, and Siakam should probably clear this line mostly by jumpers, and that's not his game. And yeah, I see think he's staying under. And John Morant, yeah, the way I watched the last game, I mean, you watched a lot of games of Raptors, almost every game this season. And
Yep.
last game, I was not didn't like the way they defended. They will maybe need some time in addition quickly and AJ to become a good defensive unit. But overall, this season they are not great, and Jamora should exploit that. I saw Levert driving with like no resistance was there, and couple of earlier games I saw similar. So Josh should be able to score 20 plus points in this game like easily.
Yeah, the Raptors, obviously a big trade just went down. Their primary best defender is no longer with the team. Quickly and RJ Barrett really haven't had much time to settle in. Like they played in that Cavs game, probably with only 1 day of practice. And they just started a West Coast road trip, Toronto. So I don't imagine that there's been a ton of work going in to set them up. So everything's still going to be a bit disorganized for now, 100%. But let's go to that third play here. We have Jalen Brunson involved on an under on points and over on assists. Bit of correlation there. Talk to us about this one.
So this one is mostly because, as we can see on these graphics, he's scoring most of his points via pick and roll ball handler. As a pick and roll ball handler, like 40% of his points comes with pick and roll, and Bulls are number one defense defending pick and rolls, and they'll probably deploy Caruso to defend him. His very difficult matchup for Brunson. He matched his size, he matched his strength, and it's very difficult when they're just taking away pick and roll defense. He's scoring second, the most dominant play type with free throws. Bulls are above average there. And third part, yeah, Bulls sucks against spot up, but without quickly and RJ Barrett, the spot up will not be there for Brunson because he needs to handle the ball the most of the game. So he won't be spotting up that much as he was in games earlier. We saw that last game against the Wolves, first game back, usually plays drop coverage, but they mixed some blitzing on him, and he scored 16 points. But he had 14 assists. And even take a look at the last like 6, 7 games, he had 6 or more assists in every of those. And now with him being more on the ball, I just expect him to cover this assist line easily and to struggle scoring like every point guard in the league. They held Maxi out under with Embiid. They had Maxi under without Embiid. They held Trae Young under. They just held Halliburton out under. Lillard, over the 3 games, he was under 20 points in all three, averaging like 15 points a game against the Bulls in like 38 minutes average. So yeah, this is just a difficult matchup. And I think with players like this, we can go under points and over assists almost every game against the Bulls for the rest of the season. And I will certainly look that to add to our winners.
All right, great stuff. So 3 plays already. We have a bonus big SGP potentially on the way. We're at 45 likes on the stream. Thank you, everybody, for the support so far. 5 more likes, and we're ready to give out that SGP. It will be on MGM, and it will be in the Bucks and Pacers game. Before we do that, let's recap the previous days of betting. And this was a split day once again on the show, unfortunately, here. So it's a juicy loss, as the minus 120 bet was the loser. So we lose just a vig on Tobias Harris. And we get a winner pretty comfortably, I guess with a bit of an additional help, but with extra game time. But Shai Gilgeous-Alexander covers the 30-plus line. The Thunder cover the 12.5 spread because they win the game outright. Let's go to the Tobias Harris one. Usage-wise, it seemed like this one was working out, but Tobias Harris kind of heated up for this game in the absolute blowout here. Talk to us about that one.
Bro, over the last I think 3 weeks, Bulls were the slowest pace in the league. So yeah, I expected like good transition defense and slowest pace in the league. So I expected like as we spoke about Jalen Brunson and showed the graph, Bulls are usually a great transition defense. They were ranked number 7 best before the last game, and Tobias Harris scored I think 11 points out of wide open layups, dunks from transition, like only like going one against the rim alone in transition after a turnover and after a miss. So yeah, I didn't expect that at all. So that's why he was 8 from 9 from the two, because he scored a bunch of easy points. And also the thing about this bet, so he had 16 points with 3 minutes left in the third quarter, and usual rotations will be him going out. That ball, he stays. That ball with 1 minute and 30 left, he stays. So like he had 2 chances to sit out, and in the last minute of the game, like it was a blowout game, so he needed but only 1 more minute for him to survive, and he scored transition layup and a dunk in like 30 seconds and went over this line. He wasn't supposed to be there. If he get a rematch, I'll bet it like every time, because I think it's long term very profitable bet. But as the things are going lately, we got screwed there. So yeah.
Yeah, it's another one where we get a really good line. It seems like usage-wise for the player, in terms of like the amount of shots that they get at, the amount of times, the amount they're on the ball in the game. It's another one where we it was successful on the play. It just the result has not been there. So as we look to increase that sample size over the course of the season, things assumingly will start to veer our way on bets like this. But in the other one, I did want to touch briefly on the Oklahoma City Thunder, because this team just keeps on winning. A very impressive win over the Celtics, which helps us with our bet. Shai crushes the 30-plus point line. How real is this Oklahoma City Thunder team? Like, they just keep on winning. Are they a serious threat to win the championship?
I don't think they are any threat to winning championship with this kind of roster. If they make any addition, sure. Like they are one player away from being contenders. That one player could be tremendously good for them is Lauri Markkanen, because they have size problems. The size problems are a big thing for them. Last game, they allowed 17 offensive rebounds. They allowed so many easy putbacks and still won the game. Their coach is amazing. He creates so many great things. Shea is amazing. Chet is amazing. Last night, even Gide was amazing, which is kind of
A bit
crazy.
rare.
But yeah, but he's minus on defense, he's minus on offense so with shooting. So the last two games he scored 4 and 4 threes, and it's great when his shots are falling, but they they left him wide alone and double team Shea whenever he tried to drive. It's interesting how great Shea is. Like if you don't double him, he scores. If you double him, he creates wide open three for his teammates. He was like playing with them, toying with them almost the entire game. And yeah, I think they have a great piece in two players besides these two, and that's Jalen Williams. Had a great game, and Casey Wallace. Casey Wallace was great. Like if you look at the stats, 5 points and 3 assists, you don't see how great he was. He was great on defense and made some like 5 points. But Kendrick Williams did great job when Chet sit with the defense inside. So yeah, they are good, but like rebounding and shooting is what is missing on this team, and size. Lauri Markkanen solves all three. So if they somehow go for Lauri Markkanen, I think they are contenders then. Not favored, but contenders.
Yeah.
But this team can win against anyone. But the problem is they allow so many easy points to opponents because they can't rebound. They are like size. They are playing Jalen Williams at Dort at 4, and they are like shooting guard sides. So
Yeah. Makes sense. I think they still can be a threat because this is just a very good team, and they have a player who's just a complete like bad game nullifier. Like doesn't matter like how your team's playing, Shea can just win you that game, and when you need buckets, he's gonna get you buckets. Like it's not like he will get you buckets all the time. So I agree though. I mean to take this team to the next level, I agree with everything you mentioned, and I also agree that the Larry Markkinen fit is phenomenal if they do want to invest in the team this season. All right, guys. Thank you so much for support. We've hit the 50 plus like goal that we
big
wanted.
SGP.
Yeah, we hit the 50 plus like goal that we wanted ahead of the stream here. So we are going to the big SGP. And once again, it's in the Bucks and Pacers game. Pips has loved this matchup this season. We have a lot of evidence of this matchup this season as well. So we are going to this for plus 290 now odds at BetMGM. You can get better odds at ESPN Bet, much better odds actually, but we're going to track it plus 290 at BetMGM. And we're going to get Brook Lopez over 13.5 points. We're going to get Giannis over 5.5 assists. We're going to get Chris Middleton 15 plus points and Tyrese Halliburton 20 plus points. As we know from this season so far, when it comes to how the Pacers defend other teams, they don't give up threes. They play one-on-one defense. So let's go to Pips to hear the handicap behind this one.
So yeah, this is complete opposite of that. I am counting on triple teams on Giannis
Okay.
because they did it the last game. First three games, Giannis against the Pacers, he had 17 potential assists total in 3 games, and or like more than 100 minutes, like 110 minutes, he had 17 potential assists. Last game, one game, he had 70 potential assists in only one game and ended up with 11 assists. They put so many bodies, and they completely collapsed every time he like tried to get the ball, and he had 11 assists. He hit everyone. The Pacers defense is not good enough to rotate anything. So yeah, if they're collapsing on Giannis, they held up him to 30 points, and they won the game. Pacers won the game, shooting 5 from 35 from three. They shot 5 from 35 from 3 point line and won the game against the Bucks.
Yeah,
Insane
that's
stuff. So
remarkable.
I think they will continue with this kind of defense. Brook Lopez in that game scored, I think, 21 points. Just checking. Yeah, 21 points in that game because they double team Giannis and he was wide open. Like easy dunk, easy layups, threes, everything. So yeah, this is part of the handicap. The collapsing on Giannis kicking out and passing
Yep.
to Brook Lopez and Chris Middleton. That's how I see it. And just Tyrese Halliburton points over because last game he scored 26 while shooting 1 from 7 from 3-point line. And backcourt defense sucks. So I think Tyrese Halliburton will have a good scoring game in those.
All right. Question here from the chat from Sean Glenn asking about 13.5 on Lopez is actually his just normal player prop line. He's asking if this is also a play that you like because you have it straight here. I will mention as well that the correlation also adds in value on the 13.5 because you're adding in the Giannis assists. If the Giannis assists happen, then it's very likely it's more likely rather the Lopez points will have a Pips. You want to answer this one as well?
Yeah, I lean towards over on straight, but I'm betting this correlated for a great price because if they decide to double team Giannis again, Lopez should go over and Giannis should go over assist and Middleton should go over his points. So it's like almost 50-50 take. And if you are right, we have a great chance of hitting high return. And if you are betting on straight line and like are they going to double Giannis or not, you're just in a 50-50 area, and there is no value if you are right 50 times because you are not winning money between being right 50% of the times.
Right. So if you're playing like the straight line, then you need to win like 53% of the time. So assuming a 50% win rate, that's a losing bet. However, when you're playing an SGP where you're tripling on your initial investment, you can win 50% of the time and absolutely smash the profit there. So that's why we have over there. And yeah, the ESPN bet as well. It's plus 344 pips if you lower the Giannis assist. Obviously, you would take a 344 with one less assist for Giannis, but would you still play the Giannis 5.5 assists for 412, or would you play Giannis at plus or Giannis 4.5 assists for 344? Or do you think that just go for the Giannis at
We can
5.5?
lower the line. I mean, both have value. You decide what you want to go
Just
with.
decide.
Yeah, I think
All right.
that's great.
So whatever your risk tolerance is, feel free to go ahead. But ESPN has some great price on this one. But for the widely available option that we track for the show to make it fair to everybody watching, we're going with the BetMGM number, which we got then at plus 290. All right. So 4 picks on the show for today after the bonus SGP. Let's go through all of those plays here and get you the recap and send us in hopefully with a big day here in the middle of the week. Get us going for 2024. So first of all, in the Heat and Lakers game, we have Anthony Davis under 29.5 points for even odds, plus 100. In our second play, we're going to the Raptors and the Grizzlies game for minus 115 odds on this SGP at DraftKings. Pascal Siakam under 25.5 points. Ja Morant, 20-plus points. Our next play is in the Bulls and Knicks game. We have plus 100 odds once again for this SGP now at BetMGM. We have Jalen Brunson under 27.5 points and over 4.5 assists. Our final play is the bonus big SGP plus 290 at MGM. Again, far superior if you play this at ESPN bet, but not everybody's access over there. But if you do, feel free. We have Brook Lopez over 13.5 points, Giannis over 5.5 assists, Middleton 15-plus points, and Halliburton 20-plus points. And honestly, I don't think you needed something extra to get some excitement in that game because of the last time these two teams played together, the game ball incident. This is turning into a bit of a rivalry, and we also have some extra action on this one. This is going to be a really fun one and a really fun slate. Hopefully, we have some winners as well. So if you guys are tailing the picks, you enjoyed the show, you have not done so already, smash that like button, subscribe for more content right here on the Board YouTube channel. Myself and Pips will be back here tomorrow, same time for more from Pick and Roll. Thanks so much for watching.